Hello there, all Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your August 2026 general reading. We're going to have a look at a few very impactful dates this month and see what the cards have to say for you guys. So, August is like kind of a big shift of energy. We've had a lot of intense energy over the last few months. July, especially right there in the middle, no exception. And now we're in August. And so it's like a little bit of a shift to the spiritual, a little bit of a shift to ourselves rather than global. Um, and we're opening a lot of portals this month. So on the 8th of August, 8th month, 8th day, this is the Lionsgate portal. Now, the portal actually opens July 26th, closes August 12th, which is the same day as a solar eclipse new moon in Leo. The Lionsgate portal, though, is a huge opportunity point for amplified manifestations. It is tied way, way back. It's ancient energy. It goes way back to ancient Egypt. The Lionsgate portal is tied, they didn't call it that back then, but it's tied with the flooding of the Nile and therefore a time of fertility and abundance. It is the day, it's a cosmic alignment where the sun in Leo, you got the sun in Leo right now, aligns with Sirius, which is our spiritual sun, Orion's belt, and the Earth. It also aligns with the pyramids as well, so it's pretty cool. It is a surge of spiritual energy, heightened intuition, deep transformation, and as I already said, the amplified manifestation portal there. So it is extra amplified this year though because we've got Jupiter in the sign of Leo, and Jupiter is expansion, growth, good luck, good fortune, good karma, all these kind of wonderful things, the big picture kind of energy, helping us get out of our comfort zone and maybe bringing a little bit of magic to the mix. So we like that. Then again, like I said, on August 12th, we've got a new moon in Leo, excuse me, but it is also a solar eclipse. So a solar eclipse is like a new moon amplified on steroids, so to speak. And then on the 27th, we've got a lunar eclipse, which is the full moon in Pisces. Now, eclipses in and of themselves, they bring in new opportunities, new energy, new new doors opening for you, new portals opening for you, right? Gives you the courage or the strength to, focus on, how you want to make positive change in your life, right? A full moon eclipse, or full moon in general, right, is about closing of a chapter, closing of a cycle, healing, letting go. A lunar eclipse in Pisces can be very, very spiritual. And it's like a big shift for you guys. But whether it's a new moon, new beginnings, or a full moon, the end of a chapter, releasing and finding freedom, okay, we always get fated changes, portals of opportunity, unexpected endings, and spiritual resets with eclipses. So go with the flow, step into the energy, embrace the energy, and don't forget to set some intentions. Okay, it's especially the first half of the month there, with the new moon in Leo, the solar eclipse, and also the Lionsgate portal. It's like a massive, it's not just a door opening for you, it's like a whole crevasse opening for you there. So take advantage of it. Remember, it can be new beginnings in your spiritual self as well. Okay. So, but a lot of eights floating around in that energy. And hopefully you get a chance to see it. I don't think, if you're in North America, I don't think you're going to be able to see it. I'm traveling to see it, so I haven't had a vacation in like 2 years. So I am on a vacation with my dad, and we are going to go and see the solar eclipse over in the Mediterranean. So woohoo, party on. So, but it doesn't matter if you can see it or not. The energy is still there, and you are right in the throes of a transformation because you've got Uranus in your sign. How's that working for you? Uranus in Gemini is actually kind of cool, but you may find that you may get multiple opportunities or there's a division, right? It's like one person is in this camp, one person is in this camp, and we're not passing, right? We're not coming together. So you may find that with Uranus in your sign, because you are the sign of duality, the twins, opposing forces sometimes, you may find that this is starting, I'm going to say opportunities, even though they might not feel like it, opportunities to part ways with people who are no longer aligned with you. Okay, Uranus will do that to you in unexpected ways, but fear not though, because Uranus will also open the door to meeting people and bringing people into your life that are more in tune with your energy right now. Okay. And it's something that kind of happens as we go through all kinds of spiritual awakenings, but Uranus will amplify this for you because Uranus wants you to be free of anything holding you back. See what the cards have to say for you. Stormfield. So wonderful. Okay, there you go. So Stormfield, it's a card 9. All right. So this represents there's a storm coming. But sometimes there's a calm before the storm, but sometimes storms clear things out. And this is a 9. So 9s do represent seeing something through to completion, wrapping things up, tying loose ends. Anything that's not nailed down, tied down, and that is serving a purpose for you is getting cleared away. People, thoughts, habits, patterns, you name it. And eclipses will help you do that. We can eclipse things out of our life. We can eclipse things into our life. We can open that door. We've got to make room, right? So these storm fields energy, there's a storm brewing, okay? But it is clearing the path for something better or just clearing the air. Right. Hey, sometimes we've been holding on to things and we need to get them out in the open. Right? We need to deal with them. We need to talk them out, right? So that we can clear the path. So you could have friends, you could have a colleague, you could have a partner, right? And so if something has been kind of brewing behind the scenes, this is where it's coming out. Okay. Eclipses will do that. They will bring out emotions. They will bring things out of the dark and into the light, okay? But it's so that we can deal with them. We can deal, resolve, and heal, or we can deal, find closure, and part ways, right? So whichever is your situation. We've got follow the leader. Okay. So for some of you, it's card number 40. All right, breaks down into a 4, and we just had a whole bunch of planets in alignment in some way, shape, or form at 4 degrees. 4s represent stability and security. Okay, good, strong, solid foundations. All right. But the 4s, this can be about making positive change to bring us more safety and security and stability into our life. But the follow the leader energy, there's a path that's already carved here, and it's going up to a destination point. There are other little forest creatures on that pathway. So this is a card that kind of brings in a little bit of contemplation for you. Are you making things more difficult for yourself than you have to? Okay, there is a path already forged. Are you following the path? Following someone's footsteps? You don't need to always reinvent the wheel with everything that you do, right? Sometimes we can follow the path to success that other people have laid out before us. So sometimes we go around in circles, right? Or sometimes we try and reinvent a wheel that doesn't need to be reinventing, right? And we can save that energy for something a little better. So sometimes we need to take that path that's right there. Another thought point with this particular card, though, is that is a winding path. Uranus in your sign is fast energy. So, is there a straighter line that you can take with that path? A little straighter of a line between A and B without missing information or anything like that? Sometimes there is a more efficient way. So you might be doing something in your world where, yes, there's certain conformities that you have to embrace, right, that you have to follow. Say you're opening a business. There's certain things you have to do in a certain order quite often, right? No problem. But then you can let your innovative self shine, right? But in other aspects of your life, sometimes we make things more complicated than they have to be. And we can find a better way from point A to point B without so many twists and turns in the road. Now, I will also say that with Uranus in your sign, you are encouraged to dance to the beat of your own drum and do something your way. Multiple different scenarios come out with this card. Which one is right for you? Something to think about. We have another card, number 4. Angels of the Four Directions. You are the second sign to get this card. Aries was the first. Now, the Angels of the Four Directions, this is about the angels of the South and East. And we've got Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel, both showing up for you. Michael is helping to bring you courage and power and some confidence into your life. Archangel Michael also helps you to break away and find closure, detach from the things that are holding you back. Gabriel is all about communication with yourself, communication with spirit, communication with other people. And you are the sign of communication, so listen. Because you may be getting some clarity and some insights right now. It's also a really good time for you to connect with spirit or the angelic realm, your ancestors, right? Uranus in your sign. Uranus is a great awakener. We can awaken to a lot of things, but awakening to spirit is a huge one of those things. So you could have an accelerated path here to a spiritual awakening, which is very much in keeping with the energy of August. But call upon Archangel Michael or Archangel Gabriel. They are here showing up for you for some reason. We have commitment. All right. So an event. What have you committed to, and what commitments are you making? Some of you here, you could be signing contracts, right? Making a commitment that way. Perhaps you are entering into a commitment with a person, right? Or you're just making promises. Now, the thing is here, you've got some deadlines coming up most likely with this one because it is events, okay? Make sure you do write them down in your calendar and honor your commitments, okay? You don't want to be known as someone who always flakes out at the last minute, all right? You want to be known as someone that, people can count on, right? I can count on Gemini. Their word is their bond, okay? Even though we might actually sign on the dotted line there. So make sure you double check your calendar this month, okay? Because just so you don't want to miss anything. But also before you commit to anything else, check your calendar and make sure you don't double book yourself by accident, okay? So whether it's an event or whether it's a commitment to something, these are highlighted for you this month as well. And these are positive things. They could either have a positive outcome, they could be a positive experience, it could even be something new. You never know. Okay, so keep yourself open, all right, and don't overcommit, don't oversell yourself. And we've got, this is a good one actually. So this is an intention card. It is playing it safe, but it is in the reverse. So normally in the upright, playing it safe, right? She's sitting at her table. There's a whole bunch of celebration going on in the background, got fireworks and everything. But she's sitting behind this fence and she's content, but she's not like living it up. Okay. So she's like in her comfort zone, right? In her safe space. So when we get this card showing up, this is you getting out of your comfort zone, dancing to the beat of your own drum, doing things your own way and living your best life. You're stepping through that fence and discovering something exciting, something wonderful. And this could certainly be amplified with all of this solar energy going on right now. The sun the sun brings us growth, clarity, excitement, joy, energy, right? Without the sun, nothing can grow. So this can be a time of growth, of escaping the norm, the ordinary, the everyday, and getting yourself out there. That's Uranus for you. Get used to it. Uranus is with you personally for 7 more years. Okay. We also have the Ten of Pentacles. Well, who doesn't like to see that card? That's awesome. We've got the Nine of Wands. Okay, take care of your energy this month and stay positive. We've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords, lines of communication open and making good decisions, especially with commitments. We've got the Knight of Swords. These cards are a little bit stiff. And we've got, oh, wonderful. We've got the Alchemy of the Star. This is the Star card. And Uranus in your sign is the modern day ruler of Aquarius. So we've got some wonderful Aquarian energy showing up for you. Now, that is the biggest energy, okay, is the star. Now, the star brings magic and blessings and miracles into your life. The star represents the harnessing the abundance that the universe has to offer and bringing it into your material world. It is also an energy of healing, of balance and harmony, serendipity, the calm after the storm. Okay, it brings some beautiful, beautiful energy there. But this is also a yes card. The stars aligning for you, blessings and miracles of all kinds, abundance flowing into your life here as well. All the good things, all the sparkly things. Okay, all we need to do is take some action, make some decisions, and possibly let something go. Simple, right? But we do have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is money and abundance and stability and security flowing into your life. Some of you here, you may have something in the next month that is in the form of an inheritance from that Ten of Pentacles. We can inherit money, but we can also inherit talent, wisdom, advice, right? So we may have advice that comes from someone in our family and it's handed to us, and it's a good and welcome piece of advice. But something can be handed down to you, and this is the month where you utilize that in some way, okay? We do have, you could also have some success coming your way here as well with the Ten of Pentacles. This is like a happy ever after card, happy home, happy family, generational happiness here as well. So some of you may be the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, we can be tired, we need some R&R. So maybe some of you here, you're making a decision here to perhaps have a staycation, spend your summer holidays at home with friends and family. This is good for your wallet, most likely, because perhaps there's just something kind of just really causing some grief and not really going the way that you want it to go. Maybe you usually do like a family road trip in the summer, or maybe you fly with your family and it's just like, you know what? I think things are kind of pricey right now. Maybe we need to switch it up and do something a little different. You can have a great staycation, and it can be really relaxing. You don't have to deal with airports. You don't have to deal with, flying in a steel tube with people coughing in your face, right? You don't have to deal with traffic on the roads or car breakdowns or heat waves and all that. It's like, let's just, put up the kiddie pool in the backyard and have a good time. So, you could be doing all that. But the Ten of Pentacles is prosperity, abundance, stability, security in your life. And it's a great energy, right? The Nine of Wands, again, this is seeing something through to completion, right? And we already do have the storm fields there with the nines, right? So a 9 and a 9. So you could just really be pushing through, trying to finish something, meet some deadlines, get something done so you can have a vacation, whatever it happens to be. Okay, and you are doing that. This is also a little bit of a skeptical energy, the Nine of Wands. It's like waiting for the other shoe to drop or waiting for something else to go wrong. We don't really want to live in that energy, okay? Right? Because if you expect things to go wrong, they will most likely go wrong because that's the energy that you are attracting. Okay, so just remember to turn that around a little bit there. Okay, but we need to have a rest. We do have the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Swords, so there could be some swift communication coming in here. There could also be some sort of messages or news, something, an offer, an opportunity, because we do have those commitments there coming up for you, and they require action, right? The Knight of Swords is like, I'm bringing you some information, a message, but I need you to act on it, okay? And the Queen of Swords is coming in there as your energy to be very clear and very decisive, and maybe even a little bit picky on what you decide to commit to. So decisions are yours in the making there. Okay, there could also potentially be news coming in from somebody that you know. Again, this can be an offer, an opportunity, because there can be a little bit of a turning point here for you. And a little bit of magic headed your way, a little bit of good times headed your way, a little bit of healing here as well, right? Because the star does bring in some healing. Okay, and Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, we've had some difficulties, Nine of Wands, and now we're getting closure. We're wrapping things up with the Ten of Pentacles. Could be someone in your workplace or a family member, perhaps here. And we're talking it out, and these cards are in the upright. The star is coming out here. So, better out than in. Okay. Something's bugging you, right? That storm field's there. Something's brewing behind the scenes. Talk it out. It'll be what it'll be, right? But at least it's no longer like, you know, you're no longer internalizing it. Okay, you're getting it out in the open, and this can be a good thing. Whether it's just that I'm glad we finally talked about it. I still don't see eye to eye with you, but that's okay. Maybe we just agree to disagree. Okay. But the star does bring in some wonderful energy. It is a big yes card. It's either yes right now or yes is incoming. So stay the course because you're doing everything right. But it does bring in some success and abundance. So we love, love, love to see that. Okay. And you're making all the right moves. Let's grab you a couple of last cards here flying out of the deck. We've got a butterfly of transformation. So some of you have been on like a little bit of a cocoon, or you've been going through some sort of metamorphosis. And now with the butterfly coming out, this is your opportunity to spread your wings and fly. And again, with the playing it safe card in reverse, you're getting out of your comfort zone, or you're dealing with things head on that might usually make you feel uncomfortable. But because you're getting them out in the open, right? It's like, I'm going to step out of my norm here, and I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. And that's a good thing, right? It brings personal growth there as well. We've got joy. We've got the sun with happiness and joy. And we've got strength. There's that beautiful Leo energy, front and center view, the sun in Leo right there. So it's a very important time for you on some level. Okay, it can bring big changes. It can bring doors of opportunity. It can bring closure and healing. Whatever it brings for you, we have some very positive transformation that brings love, happiness, and joy. You can even strengthen a bond, or you are feeling stronger than you were before. So there you go. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If you enjoyed your reading, please do like, share, and subscribe. I thank you guys so very much for watching. And I hope you have an absolutely fantastic month ahead. I'll see you guys later. Bye.